What's going on, everybody? Rob A here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Titans Return Legends Class Kickback. Now, this is the third and final of the original Insecticons, finally in Legends scale. It's taken, like, a couple of years, hasn't it? And, so, multiple toy lines for us to finally get all three of the original Insecticons in this scale. So, I'm pretty excited about it. Of course, Kickback here is a grasshopper or locust, and it transforms into a robot, and it's a nice looking robot from the first impressions here. You can see some nice artwork in the back, of course. And on the back of the card, you've got insect mode and, of course, robot mode here. And it says, this Insecticon lures allies, then turns on them for his own gain. Lures allies. Okay, I don't know what that means. Does he lure people to be his allies and then turn on them? Or does he lure allies he already has and then turn on them? I'm not really sure what that means. But it doesn't really matter. Anyway, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get this guy open, and we're going to check him out alongside his Insecticon brethren in just a moment. Alright guys, so here is Kickback in his insect mode, but first let's take a quick look at this collector card. You can see a nice image of Kickback on the card itself, and then we flip it over, whoop, there we go, and we can see his stats here. His intelligence is, like genius level. He's got some decent firepower and decent speed, and his strength is really nothing to write home about, but all in all, pretty solid stats for this character. So there you go. And once again, here we have the insect, grasshopper, locust, whatever you want to call it, mode. And it's decent. It's a pretty nice looking insect mode. His wings can move a little bit. They can go out to the sides, which is nice, and get kind of a little flying motion going on there. He does have a flight stand peg underneath, which is nice. Got that going. The insect legs, the back legs, are fairly posable. They have a joint here, here, and here. So you can kind of get his legs to go in really whatever way suits you best. But, It is limited by the fact that his knee is a ball joint. It's just really tight. I'm sorry. So, yeah, you can actually get that going pretty well. But they do actually soft lock into place for insect modes. They are meant to be, like, totally straightened out and then just back like that. So, it does work quite well. One little hidden bit here is that this clear piece does in fact open up to reveal a little, I guess you would call it a cockpit of sorts, like on the original figure, which is kind of weird just because none of the other Insecticons have that. As a matter of fact, these are both, solid colors, whereas this guy has all clear colors, but, what are you going to do? It's not the end of the world. And, honestly, it's a really nice looking insect mode, all in all. So, you got that going. Let's check out with Bombshell here and Shrapnel. And you can see the Insecticons finally together at long last, here to munch on metal or whatever, whatever it is they're doing today. Yep. So, yeah. Really nice to finally have all three of these guys together. Very, very cool. So, transformation to robot mode is quite simple. It seems involved at first, but once you do it once, it's really nothing. So first thing you want to do is grab these insect legs, these front insect legs, and just pull them back like so. And then you can push the wings back as well. And then you want to go ahead and grab the is it abdomen or thorax? I can't remember. The butt. Grab the grasshopper's butt and just split it apart. That will become the arms. And then you're going to swing up and rotate around on this on this post here. You can see it happening. Boop. And then they'll just peg into place up at the top, which is actually a really neat transformation gimmick there. So you got that going on once those are pegged into place, kind of as best you can. There we go. That should work enough. Then you can swing the arms around to the front however you want. So the legs, we're just going to go ahead and push these in and then push these back. And they're just going to sit back like that and create the foot. Do the same on the other side. There you go. And then the insect head is just going to go back onto the back of the robot mode. Robot mode head is going to go up, and you're just going to twist it right around to face the front. And then there you have the robot mode of Kickback. Alright, so Kickback has some lanky proportions in robot mode, but some decent articulation. Unfortunately, mine doesn't want to quite stay pegged together in robot mode, his shoulders, that is. Which is funny because before I transformed it the first time, those shoulders were set in pretty well, so I think it's just a matter of getting the kind of the rubbery plastic that make up his shoulder ball joints to kind of set or turn enough on the post to actually like peg in solidly, but it's really not that big a deal. I mean, it holds just fine. This guy's not going to be any, lifting any heavy weights anytime soon, so I think we're all right. But the head is on a rocker here, as well as on a swivel, so that's really nice. The antennae are fixed in place, but they're a soft plastic, or soft rubbery plastic, or soft rubber, whichever one of those things. He does have ball jointed shoulders. He does have ball jointed elbows, which is nice. No waist articulation, which is unfortunate because it feels like the only reason he has no waist articulation is to add the gimmick here. But I could be totally wrong. You might be able to fit... I don't think you can fit a Titan Master in there. I'm pretty positive there's not quite enough room to do that. So then this is fairly useless. I suppose you could leave it open. Actually, you probably can do that. You could probably have this open and have a Titan Master stand like on his back in insect mode, because there are two little dots in there that indicate they might correspond with the peg holes on the bottom of a Titan Master's feet. And I'll have to try that out later, but in the meantime, take it with a grain of salt. But it is possible. He's got ball jointed hips. He does have some nice deep knee bends, and he does have some articulation in the wings back here. So they do. They are on little ball jointed stalks here, so they can go out to the side, and you can flip them up if you would like to. And they can go out a certain amount, and they can come in even more, but they're blocked by almost every angle you put these at. So the wings have limited articulation, but they do have a little bit there, and you can get kind of a decent wing spread pose in robot mode, which is kind of nice. But I think I prefer to just kind of leave them on his back, which is fairly cleanish. It's a little hollow looking right around his buttocks, and of course the insect legs you've got going on. But the insect head doesn't add that much of a backpack, and overall I think they did a great job with the insect back legs and things like that, hiding those. Yeah, he does have a port again for the flight stand, and of course the most important thing, how does he look with his brothers? And so we can bring in Bombshell here and Shrapnel, and you can see they actually look quite nice together despite not quite having matching gold or yellow or clear yellow But otherwise, they do match fairly well. They all have, you know, the same kind of color scheme going on here, the same purples, and a little dash of gray here and there. Although this guy doesn't have so much. He's got a little silver on his legs, but I don't know. All in all, I think he's another great addition, and I'm really glad to finally have all 3 Insecticons here in Legend size. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm just happy to have him. It's a very nice figure, especially at this size scale, and you know, for $10, it's a great little Insecticon figure. So very, very happy with it. So that's going to do it for this review, guys. I want to thank you so very much for watching. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button. It really does help me out. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more. I'll have more coming real soon, so stick around for that. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.